Hey, Jordan Bellinger here. Today we are talking about time management. There's a couple of strategies that I use, and I've used for the past probably 10 years or more, on how to keep me on task and how to get what I need to get done when I need to get it done. So I feel like time management is broken down to three big things. Organization: the more organized you are, the more systems you have in place, the easier it is to manage your time. Secondly, delegate tasks that somebody else can do better, or it would cost you less to pay somebody else to do it than to do it yourself. I'll get into that later. And then just saying no. And that's a simple yet difficult thing to do, to say no to things so that you can do the things that are on the top of your priority list. So first is organization. And if you are currently at Lifetime, you've seen this before. They call it a highly effective schedule. I just call it time blocking. So what I've done is, it's a simple Excel sheet. If you want it, comment or send me your email and I'll get it to you. But it allows me to break out different things in my day, and kind of as the day goes by, I'll cross things off. So I commit to having some quiet time every day. I commit to following up on my listings. So each morning, I call anyone that's shown any of my listings that I have for sale, and I call them and track them down because I want feedback on the property. Is it something we can change, so on and so forth. Check and follow up on email, create content that I put out on social media, so on and so forth, and personal stuff like working out, taking my dog to daycare, dinner with my wife, dinner with family, things like that. So if you want to copy that, let me know. It helps out tremendously. I print out a new one every week, and I make sure that I stick to it. Now, sometimes things come up, and I might have I might want to work on something that's in here, but something might come up. A client might want to look at property or something like that, and so I just push it to later and get back to it when I can. Secondly is, I use my calendar on my phone all the time. Everything that I do is in my calendar. Not much going on that day, but everything I do is on my calendar, whether it's taking my dog to daycare, whether it's working out, whether it's dinner with the family. And if you're in my family, you know that I'll tell you to send me a meeting request when we're scheduling dinner, because if it's not in my calendar, it doesn't exist. So again, another simple task, but I live by my calendar. So this and this all line up. But this is something I carry with me all the time. And then another app, and I'm sure this is on Android too, but I use Apple, is the Reminders app right there. So as I have tasks that come up throughout the day, I will add them to here. So I have a work, personal, I have one for golf, food, blog ideas, website ideas, TED Talks, like information that I've heard from TED Talks that I really like, I'll write it down. And it just allows me to track what I need to do. For example, I had 3 tasks that came in yesterday evening that I wasn't going to get to yesterday, that I plugged in there, and I set a reminder for first thing when I came in the office. So when I came in the office, I was able to follow up with those clients, set appointments, that kind of thing, and stay one step ahead of what I need to do. Second is delegation. So when you're a manager, there are tasks that your people can do better than you. There are tasks that you might pay somebody $14 an hour, and you might make $20 an hour. Well, if that $14 an hour person can do a task, it makes sense to delegate it to them, because you need to focus on the $20 an hour tasks or whatever that might be. For me, one of the things that I do is I have a transaction team that helps me manage all of my transactions, so I can focus on what I'm really good at, and they can focus on what they're good at. And so once we get a contract executed, and if you've worked with me before, you know this, they step in and help manage the interactions between title, the buyer's lender, the listing agent, the buying agent, the sellers, the buyers, the title company, if I didn't mention that. And it is a tremendous help, because I delegate that. They're better at that than I am. And so I let them do it, and I pay them to do it. It makes sense for them, it makes sense for me, based on what I pay them to do. So that is just a basic task that I growing up in Lifetime and going from like a young manager to a more settled manager, delegation was really hard at first, and then it became a lot easier. Now I feel like I delegate out tasks that I don't need to do, And again, they do it better than I do, so why would I do it? Second is say no. People try to jump in your schedule, try to jump in your time, try to take time away from you all the time. Maybe it's, it could be anything. It could be a business thing. It could be somebody walking by your office. It can be somebody just catching up. But say no. Hey, do you have time to help me with this project? If you don't have time, say no. If it's not something that's aligned with your priorities and your goals, say no. And it becomes much easier. But if you don't have time for things, say no. One of the things that is really important to me is surrounding myself with people that I want to be around. And I've heard a guy that I know say it's your family of choice. So your family of choice can be blood, they can be friends, but you're choosing the family you want to be around. You're choosing the people you want to be around. We all have family members that we might not want to be around. Well, don't be around them then. If they take you down and they're not helping you grow and they're that negative energy, don't be around them. Be around people that you want to be. So create that family of choice, and say no to the ones that you don't want to engage with. So again, time management, organization. Use your calendar. Create a time block schedule or highly effective schedule, and use your tasks on your phone, whether it's your reminders app or whatever you have on your Android, to help you organize your day and what you need to do and whatnot. Delegate tasks that you don't need to do, whether you're a manager or you're working for yourself or you're running a business. Delegate the things that other people can do just as well or they can do better. And then last, say no. When learn to say no. One of the I heard this recently. I listen to podcasts all the time in the car, and I heard I don't remember who it was, but they said the difference between a successful person and a very successful person is a very successful person says no to almost everything. So let that sink in. If you want a copy of this, let me know. You don't get my stuff, but I'll send you the template. Just comment below, email, text, carrier pigeon, whatever. And I will see you guys next week. So thanks for chiming in or coming in, and have a good one. If there's anything I can help with, let me know, and have a good weekend. Bye.